What's up, guys? Welcome back to Road to the 2 Comma Club. Justin here, and one or two of you guys wanted to know what kind of car I got, because I did mention it in a recent video, and you'll hear more about it in future vlogs. But I just wanted to show you guys because I need to start hoarding out my referral code for this, so I need to show that I have it so that I can start doing that. But anyways, you probably could have guessed it is a Tesla. And I'm actually going to cut myself off here, guys, because I didn't rehearse this and I was just kind of rambling. So I just want to quickly go over why I got this car. Number one, it is the lowest probability of injury according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, and that's a huge thing for me. I've had a couple close calls in my old car, mostly due to its super slow acceleration. So I wanted to get a car that was fast, and of course I really wanted to get in a car that was electric. The Nissan Leaf and the Chevy Bolt just don't look that cool to me, in my opinion. And of course, as you guys know, I'm a huge investor in Tesla, so I wanted to kind of support my favorite company. And so that is why I decided to go with the Model 3. I did take out some money from my TD Ameritrade account to buy this car, but the way I see it, you only live once. If it's the safest car, I think it's worth the investment. For me, it was, because I take the safety thing really seriously. And again, I wanted to support Elon Musk and his company and hopefully spread the word and maybe help the stock go up. So I did opt for the dual motor because it's, a little bit safer in the snow. So if you want to see me make some more videos about this car, I did have a couple ideas of videos I wanted to make. But if you are interested in hearing more about the Model 3 and my experience with it, I would really appreciate you letting me know in a comment. And I appreciate that very much. And so without further ado, let's just get back into the main part of the video. Alright, so I wanted to actually do a video about that thing I was talking about in the last video about how this analyst was wrong, but I actually decided I could squeeze in a one-day summary, so I'm just going to throw that in there to kind of keep the ball rolling for me catching up. So we're going to go over the August 16th real quick, and then I'm not even going to talk about any of the articles. I'll just link to them in the description because there weren't that many crazily interesting things going on, but I'll put the headlines again in the description. It'll be less for you to read because only one day, and yeah, we'll just skip it for now. So we'll just go over how the Dow did. That Dow actually had a really great day. They closed up almost 400 points, and going to our winners, we had a little bit of a gain, a little under $900, mostly thanks to Apple and Boeing. Boeing had a particularly good day, and I think they had an upgrade. Again, there's a link in the description for that. And let's go to our losers. We had Google and Adobe and Nvidia were our bottom three, and you can see the rest of them there. And so now let's just talk about, I want to talk to you guys about the thing that I was mentioning in the last video about how wrong this analyst was. So I'm going to play a clip for you. I'm going to grab the camera and show it to you. It is quite hilarious how wrong he was, and it kind of goes to my point that a lot of people, when the market's doing good, the bulls will come out of the woodwork and start telling you how everything's going to go up. And when the market's going down, all the bears come out of the woodwork and tell you how everything's going to go down. But no one ever comes out of the woodwork when their predictions are wrong, and they don't like to admit they're wrong. So it's just kind of funny how that works. So I'm going to show you this one guy. His name's Todd Gordon, I believe. He was super duper wrong on some things. So let's just have a look. Okay, so I'm going to show, this is the video, and sorry I'm kind of just haphazardly holding the camera, but I just want to show this to you and then talk about it, and then we'll pretty much wrap up the video.
Mentioning, if you look at the chart and all the volatility that we've seen here, I think technology has held up quite well. So this is the SMA.
So this was back in August 15th. You can see the date right there. But we'll listen to what he has to say about Nvidia and Amazon.
The SMH on a weekly, I'm going to pull out a little bit of Elliott wave. I know the DK likes to surf the Elliott wave. I see us in a nice consolidation. So here's our first push for one.
Now, I'm not a chart expert, so I don't know what an Elliott wave is. But if anyone does know and wants to comment below, share your expertise, I would love to pin it for you, and so everyone else can read it. That'd be awesome. But one of the things that kind of bugged me with his future charts that he's going to show you, when I would teach math, we always would teach our students your scale should be the same on any axis. So from 0 to 80, it looks pretty much the same distance as from 80 to 160. But when he shows you other charts, it jumps, even though it's the same distance. Well, you'll see it. It just kind of jumps, and it looks, I think it makes the curve look a little biased, but I don't know. I could just be completely ignorant to how they work.
And move up in wave 5. So I think semis have held in quite well. stock, no surprise. That
Okay, what?
Trade here is Nvidia. Nvidia's held in very well. Again, just a lot of consolidation.
So again, from 130 to 200, that's 70. And then it looks like it's the same gap from here to here, but it's going up 100 this time, which I think could skew the way the graph looks, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Consolidation, no activity of downside support break. I like the look here. And if we just clear this and kind of outline, it's about a 265 level. Obviously, we've had a lot of, we've got some upgrades here pointing to above 300. I do like to trade here. I'd like to try to put a breakout above 265. And the risk reward, that's a horrible R, is just below extra support. So I think you're risking 1x to make 3, 4, 5x. So.
Okay. So, I mean, it's just laughable at this point. Because it was at 265, he was saying you're risking 1x to make 3 or 4 or 5x. Let's have a look at the chart, see if he was right. As you can see, Nvidia was right around, I believe, hold on, let me switch hands here. It was right around here when he was talking, and then right here was like the end of his chart. So it did go up a little bit. It almost hit 300. So if he was talking about super short term, like within the next month, then he could have been right. But I really doubt he was talking about just the 1 month. I think he probably meant, the next several months. And you could see how wrong he was. It dropped by more than half. $160 it dropped by. So he was very wrong about that. Let's just keep going and see his next prediction.
I like Nvidia on the top side. Next up is Amazon. And this is just one of the most boring, beautiful, uptrending charts within this beautiful parallel channel here. Guys, you got to make sure you switched over to your semi-log chart. You're looking at percent change rather than notional change.
So he says semi-log chart. I don't know what that is. So if anyone knows that, please comment below. That'd be awesome.
Change the entire technical picture. When you do that, you're going to see the beautiful uptrend. You can see that Amazon is really just kind of in no man's land here. It's really not overbought. It's not oversold. It really should have no problem hitting 2K. And in fact, we won't hit resistance until you're about 2,500 in Amazon. So,
all right. So he said he won't hit resistance until we hit 2,500. So let's see if he was right. Well, Amazon did go up to 2,000, so he was right about that. Briefly touched it, but didn't even get close to 2,500, and now it's down over $600. So he was, in my opinion, he was dead wrong about that. It did not even get close to 2,500 before it hit resistance. It right away dropped, and there you go.
There's some more room to go.
He was right about Apple.
Your picture, Todd, is look at him, you'll see him.
He did predict it would go to 225, and it did pretty much hit that. But again, right afterwards it dropped, and I don't know if he would have predicted that. So the point is, guys, is that, and people are wrong half the time. I feel like that's as much as people are wrong as they are right. And so, you got to go with at the end of the day, you have to go with your own instinct, and you do your own research and make your own decision. Try not to be influenced by too many people. At the end of the day, it's your money, so you have to make your decision. But another thing I want to note is, again, this chart guy could have been right on an average market. However, right now, which is the trade war thing and the Fed, it's just too hard to beat them. It's just too hard for stocks to fight upwards. And for that reason, I think in a normal market that guy might have been right on the money. But I just think with the current climate, I don't think charts matter anymore. I think it's just maybe like if you're looking at the broad index charts like the S&P and like the NASDAQ charts, that could be kind of good to look at, I think. But just my personal opinion is we're heading in a downward fashion for the near future. But I think that's just going to bring up a lot of great buying opportunities. Let me go back. Let me go back to the Amazon chart. If you go to like this is the 5-year chart that I'm looking at. Here's what I think in a normal market, here's what I think would happen. Like, this is a really good steadily upward slope, and then it kind of went really steep. And I think this is where it kind of got overvalued. And now if you look where it's at now, if you were to continue this kind of slope the way it's going, it's pretty much right where we're at. So I feel like if you imagine this as this is a stupid metaphor, but if you imagine this as like a race car, it got off track from here to here. It just went way too fast. Now I feel like it's right back on track, and it could easily start going up at that steadily pace again. But again, with the Fed, if they raise interest rates next year and the trade tariff dispute does not go well, then I could easily see it going down quite a bit, maybe below 1,000. Who knows? But it's very possible. Okay, so yeah, my final thoughts about that is, again, chart guys are good at what they do, except they're not always right. And I don't think I need to talk about that anymore. But I do want to show you one last cool thing that I found on my Apple stock app that I didn't know, and I'll post a screenshot, a little video of what I discovered. Well, with the new charts, you can actually put your finger on it. I did know this. You can put your finger on it and like see the individual prices as you drag your finger. But what I didn't know is if you put two fingers on, you can actually see the dollar gain and the percent gain from one point to the other point. I think that was so cool. I just discovered it last night while I was filming, or while I was like getting ready for the video. I didn't know that. So I thought that was a cool feature. So I'm just sharing that with you guys in case you didn't know. I might be late to the party on that, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. So anyways, we're gonna leave it at that. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so I hope you guys, if you're celebrating tomorrow, I hope you have a really, really good Christmas Eve and really, really great Christmas and New Year's and all that. But I will be uploading a video tomorrow, so I will talk to you guys tomorrow. But anyways, hope you have a good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks again for checking out this video. If you want another way to support the channel, please check out that Patreon link up there at the top. You get access to my private Discord server where we chat about different companies we're looking at investing in. I also post my current trades in real time, as well as news headlines with little mini summaries, and you can also get discounts on any merchandise that we sell, like a shirt like this, for example. And if you want to just subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that as well. You can just click that black logo there at the bottom. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.